We are back. Hopefully won't have to close the app again. But we will find out as I need to join the lobby. If it wants to let me. Please work. There we go. Beautiful. Simply lovely. That's what we love. If everyone could jump in quick smart, because we are already behind schedule. Even though most of the time we only have the single race. But tonight we're getting a double dose. Double dose of tier 4 action. So, like I said before, tier 3 action live on the Twitch, OSRL Esports on Twitch. Go join Sandeezy and his co-commentator over there. If you wish, pop over, say hi, see what's going on over there. I don't have it open on my phone as my phone is nearly flat. But go show some love and support to the Twitch channel and to Sandeezy. He loves a good old bit of banter. Does Sandeezy. As all the cars look like they are being filled, which is absolutely lovely to see. So 15 corners, 13 laps, 5.8 kilometer circuit. A very technical, much like Japan and Mexico. Very technical tracks, a lot of traction zones, a lot of momentum zones as well. So that minimum speed is crucial around here. But your line through the corners is also just as crucial. As you don't want to take too much life out of the tyres too early on, as there is a potential to do a soft medium or a medium soft. There is the potential to do that strategy. It's very bold, but it is doable if you have a setup and if you drive to save tyres. Then it's more than capable of being done. Ideal strategy around here is probably a medium hard or a hard medium, or if you do decide to start on the soft tyres, your best bet would probably be soft medium, as to not risk a puncture late in the race and essentially ruin the chances of getting a podium or a top 5 or even a top 10 and falling right out of the points. Points going right down to P15 this season, as our last driver has just entered the fray of It's Not Me, It's You. And he is in his car and we should be ready to go for the French Grand Prix sprint race here in Le Castellet in France, south of France actually. Always tends to throw up a doozy, does France, especially on lap 1 with lots of cars fighting for position. But we should be readying up any second now. Just check, see if we've got any. I'll just remind Moosey of the reverse top 10 for the sprint. So there we go. A reminder has been sent. Now we await. Hello, Ben. How we doing? How we doing, chat? Hope you have all had a lovely day, a lovely Tuesday. And to finish it off with some T4 action. You can't finish a day better. This is the Oceania Series Racing League, brought to you by Pagni and Advanced Simulations and Juju Energy, of course. And we are also, I think it's affiliated with NordVPN as well. So use some cheeky codes to get some discounts on your next level racing equipment from Pagni Advanced Simulations. I believe it's OSRL and LR5, I think, would be the code. There is also a code for Juju Energy and NordVPN as well, which is all on the website www.osrlesports.com. Go give it a sus, made by the one and only It's Mr. Mount, one of the founding members of the OSRL. And we are getting ready to get this 25% underway. Go. I believe last season we saw a wet tier 3 race, which was eventually won by, I believe it was Dirty Orange. So we didn't have a tier 4 last season. That is new this season, and it is all sunshine and rainbows for the start of this sprint race. It's 25% race here at Le Castellet at the Paul Ricard circuit. We just await all drivers to load their setups and sort out their strategies, as we now have the 30-second countdown for everyone to be ready. So just wait for that time to go down. There is a reverse top 10. So P11 through to 20 is as it stood in qualifying, but P1 to 10 is reversed. And here we go as the drivers set off for their formation lap around the Ricard circuit. Oh, there's a Grimes, sorry, has lost it at the very beginning of the formation lap, but it is Grimes who will be on pole position, and he'll be joined by QV Tuxi on the front row. An all-medium affair, the yellow all-medium tyres strapped to both the Aston Martin and the Haas car on the front row, and Venti Supersoft Gaming in the Ferrari in P3. He'll be the first of the soft tyre runners. He'll be off the second row in P3. He'll be alongside Skidor Peak, who is also on the soft tyres. Striker 9 currently sits P2 in the championship. He'll start from P5. He'll be joined on the third row by YT Jed Stowwood. Both cars on the soft Red Wall soft compound tyre. Coolboy sits 7th in the Aston Martin, your championship leader. He'll be starting off the medium tyres in the Aston Martin. He'll be joined by Grandson Nips in the Red Bull on the soft tyres. And the 5th row, I Cross You and Ramin, who had set blistering lap times in qualifying to get 1-2, and they'll both be coming off the soft compound tyres. Red Bull Moose, Noodle Marble, sorry, and Red Bull Moose, both McLarens opting for the medium tyres, as well as Junior Barrabrand in P13. Jace F1, Rolling Thunder, and Cheap Trick, P14, 15, and 16 respectively, all coming off the soft compound tyre off the start of round 8 here at the French Grand Prix, with Execute Order 66, love that name, starting off the medium tyres in P17. Quiet Cake and Argo 55, P18 and 19, starting off the Red Bull soft compound tyres. And It's Not Me It's You rounds off the grid in the second Ferrari. He'll be starting from P20 on the yellow wall medium tyre as all the drivers start to take their positions on the grid for round 8 here at the French Grand Prix here at the Paul Ricard circuit in Le Castellet. As we load up to the 5 red lights. 5 red lights. And it's lights out after a long hold, and it's a great start by Grimes. And also Venti Supersoft, he's got a fantastic start. They're 4 wide at the back. My lord, they're 4 wide going to turn 1. And Venti's made contact and he's lost a bit of front wing. Oh no, and this car's going absolutely everywhere. There's a Mercedes running wide of Rolling Thunder. Coolboy up to 4th. He's made a fantastic start. The Haas and the Alpine going side by side. Oh, a bit of lag there from Coolboy. As the Alpine of YT Jed Stowe were trying to get past the Aston Martin, who was on the slower tyre. Who want to get past him and make full use of that soft compound tyre. As the Alpine pulls up alongside the Aston Martin. He can't get the job done, but now he's got Icross Dew for company, who throws up the inside of the Alpine, coming into turns 8 and 9, and now the long run down to turn 10. And look at this, the Red Bull's getting involved, to Grandson Nips, who barges his way past Icross Dew and Jetso, and he gets 2 for 1, does the Red Bull, and now down the inside. Oh, YT just tries to hang around the outside, not where you want to be. And Grandson Nips gets that job done, and he's up to P5. He's made a fantastic start. But what's going on down here? Oh, there's a Mercedes of Ramin going side by side with Cheap Trick, and they're being held up massively by Venti, who has that front wing damage off the start, and Ramin also has front wing damage. So Cheap Trick's going to get past both of them. As Coolboy gets passed by Grandson Nips and Grimes gets passed by Tuxie. Skittle Peak's now gone into the lead of this Grand Prix. Oh, and Coolboy's around at turn 2. Oh, careful. Oh, and that's a big crash. Oh, he's taken the McLaren with him of Red Bull Moose. Oh, and that is a virtual safety car. Oh, dear Lord. Wow. That was a big, big impact between the Aston Martin and the McLaren there. Oh my. Oh dear. Hello Miller. You can't park there. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. So, Skittle Peak from QV Tuxie, Grimes, Grandson Nips, and Icross Dew is your top 5. YT Jet Stoward 6th, Striker 7th. Junior Barrabrand 8th, Red Bull Moose has made his way up to 9th, and Jace F1 made his way up to 10th place. Jace has had a fantastic start. While we are all calmed down, we got the position changes up. Your biggest mover is Quiet Cake. He's up 7 spots, as well as Execute Order 66 is up 5. As well as Junior Barrabrand up 5 as well into P8. Biggest losers, however, are Venti down in P18. He's lost 15 spots, and Ramin down in P19. He's lost 9 spots. As it is now all green flags. And look at this, it's on for P2. It is absolutely on for P2 at the moment between QV Tuxie, Grimes, Grandson Nips, Icross Dew, YT Jet Servant, and Striker even. You could throw a blanket over them all. This is fantastic racing from these guys. Nice and clean. Can Grandson Nips get the drive off of the corner compared to Grimes's medium tyres? So Grandson Nips, what can he do? Down this straight, DRS is wide open. Grimes has DRS as well on QV Tuxie. Can Tuxie close the 3-second gap that he's got to Skittle Peak, or is Skittle Peak just got too much pace for Tuxie? Tuxie needs to find an answer soon, or else he'll be quickly swallowed up by Grimes and Grandson Nips behind. Look at Grandson Nips, he's right there, right under the rear wing of Grimes. Will he launch a move into turn 11? As he backs off, oh, he shows the nose. Oh, and the door gets shut. Grimes shuts the door nicely on Grandson Nips. Just fully entitled to that. Now iCross U's getting interested in Grandson Nips. This is fantastic. Lots of moves being thrown. As iCross G, can he get the exit off the final corner? Oh, look at Grandson Nips. He's all over the back of the Aston Martin of Grimes as he pulls alongside going into turn 1. He's ahead, and job is done before the braking zone of turn 1, and Grandson Nips can nass it off after QV Tuxie. Oh, who's around? It's QV Tuxie. He's lost it out of turn 2, and he has fallen out of that second place. He was doing so well to hold it there, and now this is like Grandson Nips into clean air. And look at that, he's already 7/10 up. But what can does iCross G have an answer for Grimes? But look at Whitey Jet Stoward, he's right there. Only a 10.5 behind the Haskar. But he plays it smart, doesn't throw it up the inside. Play it smart, get the better exit. And the yellow flag in sector 1, it's Venti. As he's looped it around on the exit of turn 2. This battle for P3 is just hotting up even more. Look at that, iCross G has so much pace at the moment on those soft tyres. Those soft tyres will start to fall off in about 2 or 3 laps time though. Oh, Grimes leaves the door open. iCross G just backs out of it nicely. And he'll set him up somewhere else around the circuit. As Skittle Peak has a 4-second lead over Grandson Nips. And here comes iCross U on the Aston Martin, once again getting done down into turn 1. He's side by side still through turn 1. Ooh, they didn't make contact. Grimes, oh, bit of contact there between the Aston Martin and the Alpine. Striker's getting involved now on that soft tyre. Oh, Striker around the outside. And he gets the job done. But now, can he stay within that 1 second? He can't. He's out of that 1 second. Grimes will be able to have a go at him. Back. He'll have another go at him. As we look over the rear wing of the AlphaTauri, Grimes looks to the inside, thinks better of it. Smart play there from Grimes. And Grimes just has to sit back, wait for another opportunity. But YT Jet Stowed all over the back of iCross G as Grandson Nips is pulled out of that 1 second range. And look at this battle pack of Red Bull Moose, Gino Barra, Brand, JSF1 and QV Tuxie, Execute Order 66 as well. They're all battling for P7. As we got a yellow flag in sector 3, Grimes has gone around. He's gone around from P3. Oh, and there's QV Tuxie's around, and so is Rolling Thunder. Everyone's around at turn 12. Oh my wow. JSF1 is in the pit lane for AlphaTauri. As is Cheap Trick and QV Tuxie as well. But what can YT Jet Stoward do? Can Grandson Nips pull out of that 1 second as a gaggling of penalties starting to come in already on lap 6. We're not halfway through the race yet, and iCross G running very wide there. This could give YT Jet Stoward the opportunity that he needs to get past the Haskar 40% battery. DRS slipstream. Can he get it done? I don't think he can. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. He's gone very wide there through turn 9, and that's going to compromise his exit. But wow, this is some fantastic racing. Execute order 66. Half a second behind Grimes. What can he do? Coming through turn 10. Is he going to be close enough to launch a move into turn 11? He's not quite close enough this time round, as iCross G gets a 3-second time penalty. So this has opened the door right up for Striker to be on the podium, as the top 3 are in the pit lane. After 5 laps on those soft tyres, they've had enough. The tyres are screaming. So iCross G and Striker take the reins of this race. There's a lot of drivers coming into the pit lane now. Skidor Peak, Grandson Nips, YT Jetstow with Grimes. Everyone moving up. Here's Jace. He made the early pit stop. Where will he come out? Here comes Grimes. Watch it on the right hand side of your screen. There's the Aston Martin just up there, and the Aston Martin gets out ahead. So, here we go, execute order 66. He got DRS on Juna Barabred. Is he going to have the straight line speed on the Alfa Romeo? Oh, he's just going to run out of straight before the chicane. But can he get the good exit down to turn 10? He can't. He's got more battery than the Alfa Romeo. So we could see a bit of side-by-side action at turn 10. We are side-by-side through turn 10. Juna Barabram backs out of that one and just lets the Williams driver go. That's a fantastic aerial shot, showing you the radius of that corner. But we'll go over as iCross U is in the pits. Striker stays out for another lap. We'll go over some penalties. iCross G has 3 seconds. Red Bull Moose has 8 seconds. YT Jet Stowwood has 3 seconds. Oh, that's a Williams running wide. Execute order 66 running wide at the final corner. QV Tuxi has 5 and Venti has 5 on his debut. And that's a new front wing for iCross G. Oh, what's happened there? What's happened there for the Haas car to get some damage? Very interesting, as Striker takes the lead, as he gets top 3 are yet to stop, as well as It's Not Me, It's You. There's yellow flag in sector 1. Oh no, who is it? That would have been It's Not Me, It's You. Went around. And iCross G gets past Jace. QV Tuxi gets another 3-second time penalty. What could Ramin do? Down in P11. He will be on pole for the feature race. Can he dispatch of Jace F1 down this straight? He can't. Jace has F1. Jace has DRS off the car ahead, sorry. And there's a nice little train developing here of 5 cars. The Haas of iCross Stew, Red Bull of Quiet Cake, Alpha Tauri of Jace F1, Raymond in the Mercedes, and Red Bull Moose in the McLaren, as Raymond sends it up the inside of Jace F1 down at turn 11. And he can't pull it up enough to get the job done, as Striker, Execute Order 66 and Junior Barabran are now all into the pit lane. Striker goes onto those medium tyres. Raymond all over the Alpha Tauri now. And where will they come out in regards to the guys that have just made a stop? And the guys that have made a stop will come out just ahead. Striker finds himself in P4. Skidall Peak and Grandson Nips maintain position, as well as YT Jed Stowwood He's actually jumped up a spot due to iCross G having that front wing change. So it's all shuffling around, and Grandson Nips only 2/10 off the lead. Grandson Nips, can he get the run down to turn 10? Off turn 9, he gets a good exit. Only 3/10 between them. However, Grandson Nips is low on ERS. He will need to save some of that if he wants to have a go on Skidall Peak down into turn 8 next time round. He might even get a good run out of the final corner and getting down into turn 1. But we will stay on board with Grandson Nips to see what he can do. There's a nice little battle going on down there for P7. iCross Q. Oh, he's on the outside. That is dangerous. Oh, and he gets around the outside. So iCross G moves himself up into P7. Grandson Nips. What's he going to do down into turn 1? He's going to be smart. He sits back. Regathers some of that ARS. He's got a good exit off of turn 2 actually. He might even fancy it down the inside of turn 3, but no, he thinks better of it once again. This is smart here from Grandson Nips, playing the long game. He's got a handful of laps to go, he knows that. As they come around turn 5 and now through 6 and 7. Can he get the run? He's 4/10 behind the Alpine. DRS, ERS burning. And just like that, he just breezes by the Alpine. Grandson Nips. Penalties. There we go. There are the penalties for you viewers at home. 3 seconds to YT Jed Stoward. iCross U has 3. Red Bull Moose has 3 seconds as well. QV Tuxie has 8. Cheap Trick 60 has 3. And Venti has 8 as well. Red Bull Moose all over the back of the AlphaTauri. What can they do? Can Red Bull Moose get enough of a slipstream to launch it down the inside? Red Bull Moose on that soft compound tyre compared to the medium of JSF1. Oh, as Jace runs a bit wide, Red Bull Moose pulls alongside. But the inside line prevails, and there's a spinner. Oh, not quite. The execute order 66. Big moment out of turn 12. There we go. So Red Bull Moose with the DRS gets by the AlphaTauri into turn 1. Clean as you like. And QV Tuxie back into the pit lane. So whether that's damage, in fact it's he's serving a 5-second penalty, and I believe it is for a front wing change, and it is. But Raymond, he's on a comeback. He's dropped back in behind JSF1. So will he be able to get the job done? Down the Mistral straight. Oh, he pulls out late. Oh, and there's contact between the AlphaTauri and the Mercedes. And the Mercedes loses out in that one. Oh dear, as it has started to get very overcast. Could we see rain in the last couple of laps? It's all to play for here now. In the last couple of laps here of this French Grand Prix sprint race. YT Jetstow once again with that penalty. That's going to hurt him. As that is our closest battle on track. So we'll stay with this. So Striker just lining himself up here to make a move on YT Jetstowed, who will not have DRS through turn 6, and now through the kink of 7. Striker half a second behind. Well, YT Jetstowed has got it. Skidall Peak might have made a mistake through there. Here we go. So Striker through turn 9. Now for the run up to 10. What can YT Jedstow do? Can he launch a late attack on his teammate of Skittle Peak? It's an Alpine 2-3 at the moment. Skittle Peak gets back within DRS of Grandson Nips. It's a 4-way battle for the lead at the moment. So what is going to happen here? Raymond and Red Bull Moose. Look at that Mercedes all over the back of the McLaren. Is Raymond going to send it up the inside of turn 11 like we saw him try and do on Jace? Ooh, he's not close enough. Not quite close enough is the Mercedes. He backs off and lives to fight another day. And this is looking like a nice little DRS train here for the lead. Can anyone make a late change in the order? Can Jed Stoward get Skittle Peak? Can Skittle Peak get Grandson Nips? Can Striker get either of them? Can Execute Order 66 get Juna Barrabrand late? As the sun comes back out once again. Here we go, YT Jed Stoward only half a second behind. What is going to happen up here? As his Alpine teammate of Skittle Peak has DRS off Grandson Nips. Down into turn 8 and 9 for the final time in this sprint race. Skittle Peak, he's 3/10 off the Red Bull. Can he make a move somewhere in the last sector and clinch victory here in the sprint race? He's right there. Skittle Peak so close. Oh, Grandson Nips closes the door. Grandson Nips with a bit of lag. And he's down the inside of turn 12. Oh no! As Grandson Nips is lagging all over the place. Skittle Peak. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, a bit of touching. Oh, and unfortunately Jed Stoward in the wrong place at the wrong time. Grandson Nips takes victory here in the sprint race. From Skittle Peak, Striker moves up to P3. Jed Stoward P4 after having that penalty. Grimes takes P5, iCross Duty P6. Junior Barrabrand P7, Execute Order 66 P8. Jace F1 comes across in P9 for a top 10, and Raymond finishes exactly where he started in P10. Noodle and Marble and Red Bull Moose. Oh, as Red Bull Moose is out of fuel, and so is Cheap Trick. No, he's not. This is a yellow flag. He can't. So Argo goes to 12th, Quiet Cake 13th, Rolling Thunder 14th, Cheap Trick 15th, Red Bull Moose 16th. As Venti comes around the final corner and takes the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so he'll grab that point. It's not me, it's you in the second Ferrari. So Venti went from dream to reality in 13 laps, and QV Tuxi, not the sprint race he would have liked. And he comes across and finishes last of the classified finishes for this sprint race here in round 8 of the Oceania Series Racing League Season 3. There we go. Grandson Nips throwing the F1 2021 game out to all the young children. They spray the champagne all over each other. What an action-packed 13 laps we just had there. So there we go. Grandson Nips takes victory from 8th on the grid from Skittle Peak in P2, and Striker rounds off the podium in P3. YT Jed Stoward drops to P4 after the 3-second time penalty is applied, and Grimes rounds out the top 5 in the Aston Martin. iCross Stu P6, Junior Barrabrand P7, from P13, and exit order 66, P8 after starting in P17, and Joseph 1 P9, and Raymond rounds out the top 10, finishing where he started. Neil Marble P11, Argo 55, 12th, Bike 8 13th, Rolling Thunder 14th, Chip Trick 15th, Red Moose 16th, Venti 17th, It's Not Manchu 18th, QV Tuxie 19th, and the lone DNF of Coolboy being the only one to not complete all 13 laps due to that spin and the collision that he had with, I believe it was a McLaren, on the exit of turn 2. So now we move into the 50% race. Once again, free tyre choice for all drivers, big or small. So as we just await Red Bull Moose to set our grid. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer, just leave a comment with a hashtag AskBozza in the chat. I'm sure I will be able to answer it to the best of my ability. So fire away with your questions. We'll just wait for Red Bull Moose to... Oh, pardon me. Wait for Red Bull Moose to set the grid and change the race distance. It will be changed to 26 laps? Or 27? Not 100% sure. And you just on the grid. 27 laps for the 50% feature race. I believe people are starting to ready up. Alright, looks like drivers have been given the green light to ready up. We move into the second race here of the French Grand Prix for round 8 or tier 4. And this one is a 50% race. So double the distance. And it'll be interesting to see what strategies people go for, as there's quite a variety of alternate strategies around here. So just wait for drivers to select their tyres. Alright. Just waiting to load in. Once again, all sunshine and rainbows here at Paul Ricard. Hopefully it stays that way for the entirety of these 27 laps that these drivers will navigate around the 15 turn 5.8 kilometer circuit of Paul Ricard in Le Castellet in the south of France. Wait for drivers to put their setups on and manage their strategies. Here we are. Drivers are lined up on the grid, as they set off for their formation lap. So 3 drivers opting for the soft and 1 opting for the hard, the rest on medium compound tyres. It's Raymond on the pole position after setting the fastest time in qualifying. Well, I believe it was 1:30.05. He'll be joined on the front row by iCrossed You in the Haas car, only 200ths behind in qualifying, unlucky to miss out on pole by such a small margin. You'll see P2, and that's an all-medium front row affair. Grandson Nips, the winner of the sprint race. He will be coming off P3 on the grid on that medium compound tyre, and Coolboy will be coming out of 4th on the second row. He'll be starting on the soft compound tyre, the only one to do so in the top 10. YT Jed Stoward in 5th, Striker in 6th. That's your 3rd row. Your 4th row consists of Skidall Peak and Venti SS Gaming. And your 5th row is QB Tuxie and Grimes rounds out your top 10. Those are all on the medium tyres. P11, Noodle and Marble. First of the McLarens. It's an all McLaren 6th row. Noodle Marble on the soft tyres. Red Bull Moose on the medium. 13th goes to Juna Barabran on the medium tyres, sorry. JSF1 P14 on the medium tyres as well. What's happened here? Rollin' Thunder P15 on the medium tyres. Cheap Trick in 16th. He'll be coming off the soft compound tyres from P16. Execute Order 66 P17. Quiet Cake P18, both on the medium compound tyres. Argo 55 Twitch coming out of P19 on the hard compound tyres. And It's Not Me It's You rounds off the grid in P20 on that yellow wall medium compound tyre. So there's your predicted pit stop strategy. The medium to hard is the way to go, pitting around that 12 to 14, or you go medium, soft, medium, or soft, medium, medium. Whichever tickles your fancy. And as the drivers all take their place on the grid once again for round 8 of the Oceania Series Racing League, brought to you by Pagnian Advanced Simulations. As we get ready to go to 5 red lights here for the feature race. For the second of the races here for the second sprint round of the season. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it is lights out, and we can get this Grand Prix underway. Raymond gets a lot of wheel spin off the start. iCross Stews up around the outside. Raymond's lost the lead off the start. Grandson Nips gets through on the inside. He takes P2. Coolboy takes P3 on that soft compound tyre. He's got a legal overtake. He has to give that one back. He does. Oh, what's happened at the back? Argo. I'm not sure what happened to Argo, but there's yellow flags. Flick back up to Raymond. He's being absolutely harassed and harried by Coolboy. Coolboy on that soft compound tyre. What can he do? Oh, Raymond pushes him wide. Pushes him tight. Coolboy doesn't stick it up the inside. Cheap little battle here. Got a nice little battle pack. Oh, it's JSF1's gone around on the exit of turn 9. Oh no, the AlphaTauri driver. Not the start he wanted. But look at YT Jed Stoward, he's there. He's there with Coolboy, so is Striker and QV Tuxie, they're all there. Skidall Peak was looking to get by Grimes. Had a tank slapper on the exit of turn 11. It is all kicking off. Look at Coolboy, he's right up the gearbox of Raymond. Can he make a move down into turn 1? No, he doesn't. Just gonna sit back for a second. So Raymond losing 2 spots off the start. Look at QV Tuxie tucked up right behind Striker. And there's a yellow flag for Argo. I'm not sure what happened to Argo, but we move. And Coolboy, once again, he's just looking to get past on those soft compound tyres. He needs to get past. There's a Ferrari. That's a Ferrari going wide. It's not meant to you. It's quite take. Kate gets through. Grimes gets by QV Tuxie and Coolboy. He's unable to get through just yet. But again, Raymond holds station. He's holding that P3. And he's still staying within the DRS of Grant and Nips as well. So he's doing a fantastic job of defending and not losing time to the car ahead. It's fantastic. Skittle Peak throws the move down the inside of QV Tuxie and makes it stick. A fantastic move. Red Bull Moose down the inside of QV Tuxie as well. Venti looked like he was getting interested as well. Can the McLaren do anything against the Haas car? Oh, the Haas has gone wide and into the pit lane. And Coolboy finally, he threw it down the inside of the final corner. And now they're side by side going into turn 1. And Raymond slips in behind the Aston Martin. Oh, he has a big slide on the extra turn 2, and he gets taken by Jed Stowart as well. Just going from bad to worse for Raymond. And the next car behind him is Striker. Can Striker do anything down this long back straight? Raymond will get the DRS. What can Raymond do? Raymond not really closing up on Jed. And neither is Striker. The DRS cancelling out any sort of advantage that it would give you. So Raymond still just getting tucked up underneath that rear wing. It's all kicking off back here though. Look at this little battle pack. Cheap Trick, Noodle and Marble, XQ 66. Look at Roland Thunder coming through. Side by side with the Williams, not quite, backs out of it. Oh, he's looking up the inside. Oh, and Red Roland Thunder hits the back of the Williams. Goes for a bit of a slide, not sure if he has any damage, didn't see anything come off of the Mercedes car. But Red Bull Moose is all over the back of the Alfa Romeo of Cheap Trick. Can Red Bull Moose, can Noodle and Marble do anything about the Alfa Romeo down into turn 1? Cheap Trick going very wide. However, it will give him a good exit, and it will protect him from Noodle and Marble down this main straight, or will it? Noodle and Marble coming at him with a full head of steam, and he's not quite close enough that time by, unfortunately. Red Bull Moose gaining on Venti. Red Bull Moose he's shown throughout the season that he does have pace. Just needs to harness that pace and use it to his advantage. As he's not going to get the DRS. However, Gino Barrabrand does have the DRS, and there's a yellow flag in sector 1. It's QV Tuxie has gone around next to turn 2. He's not having a great day. As Quiet Kate gets past Roland Thunder. There's Gino Barrabrand now all over the back of Red Bull Moose. Only 2 tenths separating the two drivers. Can Gino Barrabrand do anything against Red Bull Moose? Ooh, he gains a bit through there. Red Bull Moose runs it nice and wide out onto the curbing. Gino doing a very good job. And Red Bull Moose, he's just got to stay within that DRS of Venti to protect himself down that back straight. Because that back straight is so long. As Rolling Thunder is into the pit lane. Go a bit further. Watchy Jet Stoward starting to gain on Coolboy. Those soft tyres starting to overheat and starting to drop off. after only 4 laps. So, Cool Boy really trying to stretch those softs. And here we go. Here comes Raymond with the DRS on the Alpine driver. Pulls out late and gets the move done just before the braking zone. As Raymond reclaims P4. Now Jed Stoward. Look at him all over the back there. Rolling Thunder's gone out of turn 1, and that is a safety car. Safety car, safety car, safety car. Oh wow, what a race this has been so far, and it's only been 5 laps. But this will help out the likes of Cool Boy, Noodle and Marble and Cheap Trick. It'll help out all of those guys. So I expect Cool Boy to be in the pits. Oh, that was a pit lane cut, I reckon. That was very naughty. So Raymond, Striker stay out. Skittle Peak stays out. A lot of drivers coming into the pits. I crossed you, Grandson Nips. Whitey did Stoward. Jace gets a drive through penalty for speeding under the safety car. You've got about half the grid in for tyres. I crossed you is in for a set of mediums. Grandson Nips in for hards. Cool Boy in for mediums. Whitey Jet Stoward in for hards. Grimes in for hards. Red Bull Moose in for hards. Cheap Trick is in for hards. Quiet Cake's in for hards. Half the grid is in for a tyre change. And while we are all settled, look at the penalties. So after only 6 laps, JSF1 has a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Grimes, Red Bull Moose and Quiet Cake all with 3-second penalties apiece. But Raymond reclaims the lead after staying out under safety car. Alright, I'm unsure what happened to Rolling Thunder, because I saw it on the minimap at turn 1. Whether he lost it coming out of the pit lane, which it looks like he may have, given he's got 0 lap old hards. He may have lost it coming out of the pit lane. So, unfortunate for Rolling Thunder to be DNF'd in this race. Now it all depends. Can those medium tyres for iCross G hold out longer than, or hold out enough to the point where they don't drop off towards the last few laps of the Grand Prix and let Grandson Nips have a sniff at another win? That is going to be the question. So we'll go one more lap under safety car. Should be going green next time by. As JSF1 is into the pit lane. You cannot serve a drive-through under safety car conditions. You must serve it under green flag conditions. Jed Stoward? Jed Stoward's out. Argo's out. It's not me, it's you's out. What's happened here? Oh no, what has gone on there? What has gone on there? We've just lost 3 drivers on the main straight. Well. And we almost lost Quiet Cake as well. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Just lost 3 cars in the main straight. Oh dear. And YTJ had Soward too, like he was doing so well. I'm with you, Ben. I'm with you. I don't know what happened. All I saw was the carnage and the Red Bull almost dying. Ah, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Any idea what happened? Give us a bit of ground level insight. As we're about to go green once again. Safety car is in this lap. Right on board with Striker. To see when Raymond decides to take off. Does he bunch him up? Just keeping those tyres nice and warm. Striker just sitting back, waiting for the Mercedes to take off. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it. Ooh. Wouldn't be surprised if he does it out of the final corner. And there we go, he's gone. And oh, Striker. He's not really done himself any favours. So Raymond with a 1.5 second advantage into turn 1. Just a bit of Grosjean. Everyone's speeding up and down. Oh no. Oh, that's rough. Oh, Skittle Peak goes deep into turn 3. I crossed you. It's got past the Williams of Execute Order 66. So he's put a car between himself and Grandson Nips. And now he's going to look to get past Junior Barabran. Look at this. I crossed you is all over the back of the Alfa Romeo. But can he do anything on this opening lap of the restart? Can Grandson Nips get past the Williams? No, Grandson Nips can't get past the Williams. I crossed you, not quite, hasn't quite got the straight line speed for Junior Barabran. But here we go. I crossed you, looking to get past him down into turn 10 as Red Bull Moose picks up a 3-second time penalty. Grandson Nips get past the Williams, but no, job isn't done yet. Oh, this side by side, Grandson Nips with the inside, and I crossed you, did get that job done. Oh, and look at Coolboy. Coolboy all over the back of him, and he's hit the back of him, and he's spun around. Oh, almost into his teammate. Little Marlborough intake avoiding action. And now he's side by side with Cheap Trick. Oh, Cheap Trick holding it in there. That's fantastic driving from both drivers. And Quiet Cake is down the inside of QV Tuxie as well. It is all happening down the back end of the pack. Look at Quiet Cake. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. Oh, Quiet Cake wanting to get past the Haas car, QV Tuxie, but he just cannot find a way through. Maybe around the outside of turn 3, inside of turn 4, QV Tuxie holding strong in P13. Now through turns 6 and 7. As Quiet Cake gets a bit squirrely. As I crossed you down the inside of Venti to claim P4. So I crossed you, making his way back up the grid. Grandson Nips all over the back of the Alfa Romeo. Will he send it down the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Or does he? Junior leaves the door open. Maybe around the outside of turn 12. Cuts back in underneath. But Junior gets a good exit. And he stays ahead of Grandson Nips for the time being. How much longer can he stay there though? It's Grandson Nips. He looks very threatening at this stage of the Grand Prix. We've just ticked over the 10th lap of this Grand Prix. There's a nice DRS train occurring between Skittle Peak, I Crossed You, and Venti. And another little one between Junior, Grandson Nips, and Execute Order 66. And Grimes as well. So a couple of DRS trains here. Mind you, the top 3 are yet to stop. Quiet Cake, down the inside of Cheap Trick. What can I cross you do against Skittle Peak? Down into turn 8. I crossed you going to the outside. Oh, leave space through turn 9 and he gets the job done. And Grandson Nips gets the job done on Juno as well. But look at this Skittle Peak. He's right there. He's right up under the rear wing of the Haas. Through turn 10. Can he make any effort of a move down into turn 11? No, he can't. This doesn't have the grip compared to the 4-lap old or 5-lap younger medium tyres. So Skittle Peak is just going to have to settle into P4 now, as I Crossed You sets out to chase after Striker. And Juna, he's hanging on to the back of Grandson Nips quite nicely here. Grimes as well, he's hanging on to the back of XC Order 66, who doesn't have DRS. And Grimes unable to get the exit. Coolboy gets past Noodle and Marble in the McLaren. So Coolboy moves himself up an extra spot. So Venti just hanging on to Skittle Peak. He'll be looking to make a move soon and try and get up past Skittle Peak and chase down I Crossed You. But Skittle Peak has DRS on I Crossed You. As Ripple moves, makes a move on Cheap Trick. As Grandson Nips has got a 3-second top. Oh, and Grimes is around. Grimes is around at turn 8. And he's almost lost it again. Oh wow, that could have been catastrophic for the cars coming through. Oh boy. Action aplenty here at the circuit Paul Ricard. But I Crossed You, he's closed it down to 4.5 tenths to Striker. He moved himself up into the top 2. DRS, and there's a car around. It's Cheap Trick. There it is, and I Crossed You gets through with DRS. Simple, easy move for the Haas driver. Now Striker's just got to stay with him, recharge the battery a bit, and just let I Crossed You pull him along. That's the tactical side of racing. You've got to think on the spot. But what can Grimes do after that spin? He's all over the back of Quiet Kate. So we'll see what Grimes can do. And I Crossed You, he's only 4 tenths off the leader. He's only 4 tenths off Raymond. Raymond on those 5-lap older mediums compared to I Crossed You 5-lap younger. Thing is, when do these guys come in and box? Is it this lap? Is it next lap? Is it in 2 laps time? So, and this is all, and I Crossed You will have to stop again. He won't be able to go 20 odd laps on those medium tyres. I believe it's possible if you look after them, but here we go. I Crossed You around the outside with DRS, easy as you like. So there we go. Coolboy also getting past Juna Barran into turn 1. A lot of moves being made into turn 1 rather than turn 8, which is where you'd expect moves to be made down into turn 8 rather than turn 1. Quiet Cake now all over the back of QV Tuxie. Is he going to make a move down into turn 8 where you'd expect a move to be made? As Tuxie trying to break the slipstream. But Quaike is out of battery. And QB Tuxie able to hold on to that position. And Raymond unable to stay within that DRS. He's down to his last 8% of battery. Oh, Grimes. Oh, Grimes and Quiet Cake fighting tooth and nail. And Quiet Cake's around at turn 12. Sorry, that's turn 11. Oh no. That is not what Quiet Cake wanted. And Grimes is around as well at turn 12. Skidor Pete into the pit lane. He's opting for the hard compound tyre. Onto his Alpine, the first of the leaders to box. So that releases Venti into some clean air. So stay on board with Striker as he looks to hunt down Raymond. Will he make a move down into turn 8? As Raymond unable to get the DRS off of I crossed you, and he's not quite close enough to make a move. The Striker, he needs to be that little bit closer if he wants any chance of having a go down into turn 8. And to the back part of the circuit. It's hard to overtake in this back part of the circuit as it's all just sweeping corners one after another, and one corner leads into another. It's so tough to overtake in this last sector, especially if the tyres are overheating as well. This Cool Boy looks like he's getting onto the back of Grandson Nips. He's got DRS on Grandson Nips, what can he do? Down into turn 1. He can't quite get close enough just yet. The Junior Barra into the pit lane for the hard compound tyres, I would dare say. There it is. Question is, when does Raymond, Striker and Venti come into the pit lane? Or are they waiting for a safety car? Grandson Nips gets passed by Cool Boy on the medium compound tyre. Is that medium compound tyre proving to be quite a bit quicker than the hard? But look at this, Grandson Nips coming back at the Aston Martin. Around the outside goes Grandson Nips. It's wheel to wheel through 9, and they're still wheel to wheel. Grandson Nips pulls out ahead, but his rear light is flashing. He's down to his last 20% of ERS. Cool Boy has the advantage. And he goes clean around the outside of Grandson Nips in that Red Bull down into turn 11. And Cool Boy able to hang on to that spot as Grimes gets past Red Bull Moose in the same spot on the circuit through turn 10. Right, there we go. The Red Bull Moose being demoted to P10. Is there anything that Red Bull Moose can do to respond? As Grandson Nips, oh, he doesn't quite have the straight line speed nor the straight long enough to get down the inside of Cool Boy at turn 1. He'll try and get that a little bit closer to get the strong run down into turn 8. Here we go. What can he do? He's actually out of DRS. He's not going to get the... Oh, he's only just got the DRS. He's just stayed in DRS by probably a tenth or two. But that's going to help him stay with Cool Boy. Same age tyres. Striker once again. He's closed that gap back to Raymond. There seems to be a pattern forming here between Raymond and Striker. Raymond putting in a couple of good laps to gap himself to Striker, and then Striker putting in a couple of his own and gaining right back up to the Mercedes. And Striker's in the pit lane. Striker is into the pit lane, so trying to perform the undercut on the Mercedes driver. Venti stays out. Coolboy stays out. Grandson Nipsel stays out, obviously. Huey Tuxie stays out. Noodle and Marble stays out. Striker's gone onto a set of soft compound tyres to take him the last 10 laps. So Striker will be one to watch come the end of the Grand Prix to see how those tyres hold up. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. It's Tuxie. He's lost it again. Out of turn 2. Oh! Red Bull Moose just skips on by. But wow, that was close. Coolboy has the DRS on Venti. Can he get close enough? He can't quite get close enough to the Ferrari driver. But can he get the exit out of turn 9? 5 laps difference between the tyres. Can Coolboy get close enough to launch an attack down into turn 11? As Skittle Peak, that looks like. No, that'd be execute order 66. Has gone around. And Coolboy is up the inside of Venti. Venti turns to the inside for Venti. And he covers the inside line off very nicely there. Coolboy, no way through just yet. And now Coolboy's got grandson nips all over his gearbox. So, can grandson nips take advantage of Coolboy being caught up behind Venti? As Coolboy now has the DRS on Venti. Can he make a move down into turn 1? He has to. He's got grandson nips on his inside. It's 3 wide down into turn 1. Oh, this could get messy. Venti smart backs out of it. Grandson nips has a moment. Allows Venti to have another sniff. But grandson nips holds on, and Venti has been demoted to P5 from P3. And that is just the nature of the DRS, my friend. And it is proving to be quite powerful down that main straight. QV Tuxie right up behind Red Bull Moose. And Striker is closing in quick. So QV Tuxie. What can Tuxie do on Red Bull Moose? And look at Striker. Striker is already there. And he's going to have the DRS. He's not quite going to have the straight line speed, but he looks to the outside, brakes early, hoping to get a better exit. He will have the grip, but look at QV Tuxie. Tuxie's looking ahead as Jace F1 now has spun it as well. Oh, Red Bull Moose! Oh, QV Tuxie's gone to the back of Red Bull Moose through turn 10. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What has happened there? Red Bull Moose now under threat from Striker. The leaders have boxed. Oh! Red Bull Moose, not sure what's going on. That was, not sure how to look at that one, really. So, Striker will be lucky to get away with no damage through that one. Because that looked like a pretty solid hit. Icross Stew's now on the soft compound tyre as well. He's looking to get past the other McLaren of Noodle and Marble. And he should get the job done down into turn 8 with the DRS. And job done for Icross Stew. Can Striker do the same? He will. There we go. Striker gets past Red Bull Moose. So Icross Stew and Striker passing the McLarens in unison. Raymond, he's come out behind Striker. So he has performed the undercut as Striker. But Raymond, 2 laps fresher tyres. What can he do? Can he make his way back up the field? Grandson Nips has a 9.2 second advantage. He's on the hard tyres. He may have played an absolute masterstroke here. As Raymond closes right up onto the back of Red Bull Moose. Can he do anything? Red Bull Moose into the pit lane now. And he'll be opting for a soft compound tyre to get him to the end of the Grand Prix. Cool boy now. A striker sets fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 133.8. Cool boy closing up onto the Ferrari of Venti now. He's now within DRS of the Ferrari driver. It's QV Tuxi and Execute Order 66 having an absolute ding-dong battle. And QV Tuxi is going to get the DRS, so he's going to protect himself through there. What can Cool Boy do? Can Cool Boy get the straight line speed and pass Venti? Is straight long enough for him? It certainly is. And he just absolutely breezes past the Ferrari down the Mistral straight into the chicane now of 8 and 9. So, job done there for Cool Boy as he moves himself up into P8. Raymond closing onto the back of Striker now. 2 laps difference between the tyres. Who's pulled off the better strategy? Ooh, Raymond goes in a bit deep there. Through 12. And QV Tuxi already onto the back of Quiet Cake. iCross U sets fast lap 131.8. And he's already halved that deficit down to 5 seconds. We can go through some penalties for the viewers at home. But at the moment, Grandson Nips and iCross U have 3 seconds of penalties. Grimes has 6 seconds of penalties. Cool Boy picks up a 3-second penalty. Red Bull Moose has 12. Quiet Cake and QV Tuxi have 3 apiece. And Execute Order 66 has 8 seconds of penalties. So, oh, as Quiet Cake squeezes Tuxi right up against the wall. Wow, that was close. He just got Barrichello and he's gone too deep into... Oh, and there's a bit of argy-bargy there between Quiet Cake and Tuxi. Coming through turn 2. But someone got it awfully wrong. But look at this, Striker all over the back of Grimes now. Grimes on that hard tyre. He's been on that hard tyre for 15 laps. And look at that, Raymond is right there as well. This is getting tasty, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not on the edge of your seats now, I don't know what you're going to be like at the end of the race. The Striker all over the back of Grimes. And Raymond all over the back of Striker. This is for the final podium spot. Can Striker get past him down into turn 1? Look at Raymond. Raymond's right there. Are they going to go 3 wide once again? Raymond pulls out. Striker goes to the inside. A bit of contact between Striker and Grimes. And Raymond and Grimes is around on the exit of turn 2. Oh, was there a bit of contact? That could be controversial. But wait to find out. As Striker running very wide there. Through 6. And there's a yellow flag in sector 3. Quiet Cake is out of the Grand Prix. And there's a safety car. Safety car, safety car, safety car. With only a handful of laps remaining. This is going to give Grandson Nips a chance to get onto that soft compound tyre if he dares. Maybe. Oh wow. He's staying out. Grandson Nips is staying out on his 16 lap old hard compound tyres. iCross Dew's in for a set of softs. Is Striker gonna move up the order? Where's Striker gonna come out? Skittle Peak is in. Is he gonna jump iCross Dew? He certainly will, and so will Raymond. Will Coolboy get him as well? He will. iCross Dew. This could potentially ruin his chance of a podium. Striker is now in the box seat to win this race. A lot of cars coming in for fresh soft compound tyres. Red Bull Moose has decided to pit and quit. Unsure what happened there, but there you go. Not sure that was a smart move. I completely agree with you. iCross Dew has dropped from 2nd to 6th just by pitting under the safety car. But will the deficit between a fresh soft and a worn soft be enough for Cross to get back up the order? That is the question, as we may go the full 3 laps under safety car, and that means we will get 2 or 3 laps of green flag running. There may be no DRS when we go green again. Hello TyStar, how were the tier 3 boys? How was their race? That is true, we could only see 2 or 3 racing laps to finish this Grand Prix, and what an action-packed race this has been thus far. As the last car is only coming through turn 7 now, up the top of the circuit, and the safety car just coming through turn 15 now. So get one more lap under safety car, maybe even one more depending on when that last car catches up to the pack. Thank you, I appreciate the comment. So it is Grandson Nips who stayed out on his 18 lap old hard compound tyres. Then it is Striker in the Alpha Tower, he's sitting in P2 on 7 lap old soft tyres. Raymond sits P3 on 5 lap old soft compound tyres. Coolboy P4, 5 lap old softs. Venti P5, 5 lap old softs. iCross Dew, who boxed for that fresh set in P6. Noodle and Marble P7 on 3 lap old softs. Skittle Peak P8, he dropped down quite a way. He's now down in P8 on 1 lap old softs. Cheap Trick 18 lap old hards. Grimes and Juna Barabrandt both on fresh softs. Jace on 3 lap old softs in P12. And then Kiwi Tuxian execute order 66 on 1 lap old soft compound tyres. We may get one more lap under safety car. I will refresh the penalties for you ladies and gentlemen at home. 3 seconds to Grandson Nips, who is leading. 3 seconds to Coolboy in P4. 3 seconds to iCross Dew in P6. 14 seconds to Grimes in P10. And 3 seconds apiece for QV Tuxie and execute order 66 down the back of the pack. And depending on where the safety car line is, we may go green this time by. I'm not too sure where the safety car line... It is. It's in. So we will get 3 laps of green flag running to finish this French Grand Prix. There will be no more safety cars after this one. This is your last chance to make any positions. But you have to be smart about it. When does Grandson Nips go? He's holding them, he's backing them up. the whole way down the straight. When does he go? He's gone now. Grandson Nips has gone. And Coolboy has judged that almost to perfection on Raymond. He's had to let him back through. But now here we go. What is going to happen here? Oh, there's a move. iCross G gets past Venti. There's a Mercedes. Coolboy and Raymond go side by side. Ooh, that is close. And iCross G gets past him as well. And there's yellow flag. Grimes is around. We're going to stay at the front. Look, there's iCross Stews all over the back of Coolboy. Striker's all over the back of Grandson Nips. Striker is side by side with the Red Bull down into turn 8. And Striker, oh, a little bit of contact there. Striker around the outside of turn 9. And he gets the exit on Grandson Nips. The soft tyre coming in clutch for Striker. Grandson Nips now being absolutely harassed and harried by iCross Dew in the Hasco, pitted for fresh softs. Coolboy now down the inside of iCross Dew in the Aston Martin. Down into turn 11 now. Will he hold it through to turn 12? Ooh, iCross Dew holds on. iCross Dew now down the inside of the Red Bull. Coolboy trying to go. Oh no, Grandson Nips and iCross Dew get tangled up with each other. Coolboy is now up into P2. Raymond into P3. Can Raymond have a go at Coolboy? Down this main straight. Striker with a 7/10 lead. Coolboy has that penalty looming over him. So Striker has a little bit of a buffer. But Raymond, he's gonna have to stay within that 1 second of Coolboy to try and have any chance of winning this race. As everyone seems to have sorted themselves out for now. We'll go back to the front. Coolboy, oh, Striker runs a little bit wide. Coolboy will have the momentum on the AlphaTauri driver. As they come down the Mistral straight, down into turn 8, under the Rolex footbridge. And Striker managing to keep the gap steady. But Coolboy, he's got 2 laps fresher tyres. Will that come in handy towards the last lap of the Grand Prix? There will be 1 lap of DRS. Skidall Peak gets past Venti down into turn 10. We'll keep our eyes peeled to the front as Coolboy's down the inside of Striker. Striker manages to hold on. Now into turn 12. Oh, Coolboy runs into the back of Striker. Don't know if there's any damage to the Aston Martin, but Striker maintains the lead. Down into turn 15 now. Striker, can he hold on? He's got about 20% less ERS than Coolboy. A DRS is enabled for the final lap of this Grand Prix. Anything can happen on this final lap, and it usually does. Striker now. He's holding on. Coolboy absolutely all over the back of him like a bad rash. And Coolboy sits behind quite nicely. Grandson Nips picks up another penalty. Can Coolboy get a nice exit down onto the straight out of turn 6 and 7? He's there. He's within striking distance of the AlphaTauri. Can Ramin get him? Can they both get the AlphaTauri driver? The straight is long enough. Coolboy pulls alongside. Oh, Striker brakes very late. Coolboy as well. Now Raymond is having a look at the AlphaTauri driver. Can the Striker hold on? He has to hold on through this final sector for any chance to win this race, with Coolboy having that 3-second penalty. Can Striker hold on? Raymond can't get down the inside. Kivy Tuxie's out of the race. Can Raymond? He's still got a couple of chances left. Striker's just got to hold on now. Into turn 14 for the last time. Will Raymond throw it down the inside? No, he opts for the outside, looking for the switchback. Raymond, Striker, who's it going to be? Who's going to win this race? It's going to be Raymond. Raymond gets it by a nail. Oh my lord! Cheap. Oh. Coolboy drops to P3. Venti P4 on his return. Skidor Peak 5th. Noodle and Marble 6th. Lycross Juice 7th. Grandson Nips 8th. Execute Order 66 finishes 9th. Junior Barrowbren rounds out in top 10. Cheap Trick P11. Jace F1 is going to finish off in P12. And Grimes in P13. What a finish to that Grand Prix. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I believe Grimes just got the fastest lap as well. Oh, I need to catch my breath. Oh, what a finish. What a finish. Raymond gets it by a nail. From Striker and Coolboy. Striker claws some points back in the championship. Wow. What a crazy way to finish that feature race. It's Raymond who converts pole to the win. Striker finishes P2. Coolboy rounds off the podium P3 after that 3-second penalty is applied. 35 thousandths of a second separated first and second. Venti finishes P4 on his return to racing in the OSRL. Skidor Peak P5, he rounds out your top 5. Noodle and Marble P6. I Crossed You P7. Grandson Nips P8. Execute Order 66 P9 from P17. What a drive from him. And he is my driver of the day. Junior Barron rounds out the top 10. Cheap Trick P11, JSF1 P12, Grimes 13th, Kiwi Tuxi 14th. And he is our first DNF. Red Bull Moose 15th, Quiet Cake 16th, Argo 17th, It's Not Itchy 18th, Stoward 19th, and Rolling Thunder rounds out the top 20. I'll just quickly get the race director. There we go. Oh. Well, what a round that has been for the Tier 4 competition. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around. And it was well worth sticking around for. So we appreciate each and every one of you who stuck around to watch right through to the end. But until next time, I'm Bozza. This has been the Oceania Series Racing League, brought to you by Pagny and Advanced Simulations. And from all of us here at OSRL, until next time, goodbye.